Hi, I'm Alicia and welcome to my channel Papercraft Secrets. Today I'm sharing a card that I made on my Cricut. I'm teaming up with my good friend Therese, and she set the challenge that we should make a card with our Cricut machines that has to have flowers, it has to have a frame, and it has to have sparkle. So I searched Cricut Design Space and I decided to create a version of this beautiful card here called Anna Griffin Garden Rose Floral Greeting Card. It has the frame, it has the flower, and I'm going to use some cardstock that's going to give it plenty of sparkle. At the end of my video, pop on over to Therese's channel and see her version of the card. So let's get started. We're having a look here at Cricut Design Space. There's a couple of different layers for this card. I'm actually making this card for the second time, and I've modified the design a little bit to suit me. So I'm going to be cutting this number 1 page out of some heavy Kaisercraft glitter cardstock, and it's going to be a gold glitter cardstock. So I'm just going to layer that down onto my Cricut mat, and I'm going to pop that into my Cricut machine. But before I do, I'm going to sharpen my blade, and this is actually this tip Therese told me about. If you have to sharpen your blade, just get a piece of kitchen foil, scrunch it up into a ball, and then stab it with your blade. And this sharpens your blade, which is crucial for the card that I'm making because I'm using such thick glitter cardstock, and I'm also using a design that requires a really accurate cut. So I need my blade to be really nice and sharp to ensure that I have success with this project. So I've just popped my glitter cardstock into my Cricut now, and I'm going to press continue. It's telling us that we need some tools here. We need our scoring stylus and our fine point blade. We've popped those in. We've got our base material set to Fabric Plus to give a really sharp cut. There's my little scoring stylus going in there. And now we're just going to press go on our Cricut machine and start our cut. And the Cricut does all the work for us. And now we're just going to unload our paper. We're going to peel our cardstock carefully off our Cricut mat. And you can already see how beautiful this card is going to be. We need to scrape off those little bits and pieces. They're just our scraps. We don't want any of those little bits on our board. And then we can just use our weeding tool to just push those little tiny bits through. That's looking beautiful. Unfortunately, I couldn't get this sticker off, so I'm just going to cover that up with my inside piece of paper. Now, I did decide to score that myself manually because it's very, very thick cardstock, and the scoring wasn't thick enough for me to really get a good fold on my card. It takes a lot of pressure to actually fold that glitter cardstock. Now we're moving on. I'm using the Minte Better Times paper to create the inside of my card. So just pop that down onto my mat. For this cut, I do not need my scoring stylus. I actually need the Cricut black pen. So I'm going to pop that into the clamp and load in my paper. I'm coming over here to Cricut Design Space. I'm going to skip down to the 3rd sheet. I'm actually not going to be cutting out those flowers. So I'm going to skip that one. Let's just go back in. I need to make a little adjustment. I want to bring this sheet out a little bit more so that I can cover up that sticker that I couldn't get off my cardstock. I'm going to delete those flowers out of the cut because I don't want to do those. We've already set our tools and we are ready to go. So we press the Cricut Go button. Off it goes, doing our work for us. In this section here, we will see the pen write the message for us that will go on the inside of our card. And then once it has finished doing all of the writing, the blade will go around and cut everything out for us. And then we can unload our cardstock. We're just going to peel that paper off and we have our two little pieces here. So just a little bit of glue here and then pasting that on the inside of my card, looking beautiful. And then this one I'm going to paste on the inside of the front cover. So I'm just popping some glue around the edge of the frame and then some glue around the flower so that everything is sticking down nicely. And I'm just going to pop that one down there, smooth that out. Make sure my fold is nice. And that's the base for our card, and isn't it amazing? I love the rainbow background with the gold on top. It just needs a finishing touch, which is this beautiful silk flower that I'm going to add in. So just a bit of glue on the back of that flower, and I'm going to position that where they sort of around where they had their flower on the sample card. And that is the completion of our card. I'm loving the beautiful gold glitter. I'm loving the rainbow paper, and I'm loving the beautiful flower. And you know what I'm also loving is how simple, quick and easy this card was to create, and how you could modify this card with different papers, different cardstocks to create a totally different card very quickly at the tip of your fingers. Please head on over now to Teresa's channel and check out her Cricut card making tutorial. She is an amazing crafter and you will not be disappointed. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a lovely crafty day.